Woo! Greetings, family. Greetings. We are here with Javier De Pena. He is one of the artists. Man, I've been running into these amazing artists, man, and this is another one right here. He's going to be performing at the Purple Sage coming up on June 13th. So we just want to tap in with him, see what he's all about. People want to know. So here we are. Family, introduce yourself. Let us know where you're living, what you're doing with yourself these days.
Yep, yep. So my name's Javier, as Omar was so kind to introduce me. Um, I am in the process of releasing an album at this very moment. It's something that's being unveiled on a weekly basis. Every Friday, you're getting three new songs off of the record. And it's going to be for a period of 5 weeks, so that'll be undergoing throughout the entire month of June.
Yeah, what kind of music? If you could explain what type of music is that you're working on and you have worked on.
Absolutely. So the record is it's hip hop. What I make is hip hop. This particular record, the sounds, I would describe it as three primary soundscapes. And you could think of it as the first soundscape is more like chill vibes. So something you might hear on a lo-fi record, but with thoughtful, intentional lyrics and quite a heavy amount of storytelling there. Um, so that's the first. The second is more melodic, groovy. I'd even say bouncy.
Mm,
Uh, you could ride out in a car to.
mm,
Uh,
okay.
and then the third soundscape is big. So you picture horns as far as the instrumentation, uh, more of like a band actually playing. Uh, and for those records, I get socio-political, discussing the current state of the world, what it means to be a man in the 21st century.
That's beautiful. Those are some of the things that we touch on too. And I could see how we would, levitate towards each other in this creative aspect. And there's so much going on in the world these days. I try not to go down that rabbit hole, right? Because there's something always going on. This is just the realm that we live in, bro. Like if it's not the Wi-Fi and the internet, it was Vietnam, like in the 50s, or it's always gonna be something, bro. So, um, yeah, perhaps is your message, uplifting, and because I mean, I'm kind of giving some stuff away because I've heard some of your things, bro. It's very positive, but maybe you could, tell us a little bit more about that.
It's interesting because the themes are definitely positive. The themes are that of resilience. The themes are that of making something from nothing. Um, persevering. It's and I say that with a caveat, which is I my one of my primary focuses when I'm writing is to look steady at the subject, right? Look steady at the subject. Look at it. Don't look away, and capture the sensations you feel internally when looking steady at the subject, and getting as close to that initial feeling as I possibly can with my words. And ideally, when someone hears them, they'll capture the same feeling too.
Mhm.
That's a big part for me. The reason I frame it that way, saying looking steady at the subject, is uh, some of the songs on there are not quite for the faint of heart. Some of the things I'm talking about, it's heavy stuff.
Mm.
Some of the heavy stuff.
Okay,
Um,
okay, okay. That's needed too. Sometimes we need that breath of fresh air too. That we didn't even know that we needed. But I know that people can find you, um, on the social media. Maybe you want to give your handle, and where could they find some of your music? They want to sample some of that.
yeah, so my handle is Javier The Pen. So that's Javier as it's listed, and then the word pen, like writing utensil.
Mm.
Um, as far as where you can find my music, that's going to be up on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. If my D's are fans. Um, but yeah,
Okay, okay, that's good. So you're gonna be at the Purple Sage Festival. We got you in. We put you on the schedule, man. We're excited to have you. You know, you come highly recommended from another great brother, Sati. Actually, huge shout out to Sati. Yep, Sadi performed last year, and oh my God. Every time I see this brother, he's getting better and better. Like the first time I saw him, I was like, all right, I'm feeling that, you know. And then when I saw him again the next time, I was like, all right. He's
hmm
leveling up. That's what I'm taught. That's how you got to do it for real. All right. Well, I can tell you that the energy and the vibe there at the Purple Sage is high consciousness. So there's naturally no alcohol or substances, or mind altering substances. You know, the kids are free. So if you have any kids, bring them through. We got some three ladies who have tons of years of experience working with children, and they're creating something called the Kids Village, and they're gonna be taking the kids on the side while the grown-ups are like, you know, checking the music vibe and the workshops and all that, and they're gonna be just right there, a stone throw away, underneath the trees. They're gonna be creating with nature, you know, no glitter or glue or nothing or paint, nah, none of that. They're making things with nature, bro. And then they're gonna come out, and I don't want to give too much away, but it,
curious. Hey, now you got me curious on that last one.
yeah, for real. Yep. The kids are really gonna have a great time this year. There's gonna be all sorts of surprises and free giveaways. We have two food vendors. One of them is a vegan chef, and then the other one is a Latina, you know, some Latin flair also. So it's you know, we're not gonna go too far out. We're not going like pork and beef. We're not doing that. But you know, we might go as far as chicken. You know, but there'll be all kind of options, dessert options. You know, pastry stuff, and people coming through. So yeah, there's a lot of options for that, a lot of vendors as well. And then there's an option to camp out overnight. So if you're open to that, or anyone after 9, because it starts at 12, it ends at 9. After that, then there's an option to camp out. We got the fire area, you know, to burn the wood. So we're gonna be sitting around with the guitar and just sharing songs and under the stars and talking through the night. How's that sound?
Dude, that sounds cool.
Yep, yep. It's gonna be amazing, man. So just want to hop on, you know, real quick and tap in with you, brother. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing those things with us where people could find you on the social medias and stuff like that. And yeah, let's keep it going.
That's cool.
Okay. Thank you for your time, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Omar.
Okay, peace. Stay right there, brother. For those of you tapping in, thank you so much. I see you June 13th at the Purple Sage Festival. Let me know if you're interested.